No, my children are 60 fans. I always been a Knicks. But you got to remember, bro. In them days, I used to be in Small Paradise. All them guys came when Wilt owned Small Paradise.
When who owned it?
Wilt Chamberlain.
Oh yes. So you knew Will.
Yeah, Wilt went to Overbrook High School in West Philly.
That don't mean you knew him.
Yeah, I knew Wilt
How well did you know Will?
real well, Fred. I ain't getting into that. We ain't talking about who I know.
Why
I
not?
knew
That's what
Wilt.
we talk about.
That's all you know is I know Wilt and I knew all the sisters and I knew his brother-in-law.
Who was
That's all you
brother-in-law?
need to know. It doesn't matter who his brother-in-law is. I knew his brother-in-law. I knew all the guys
Why,
in Philly
why you
that was
so
somebody.
defensive, man?
No, you want to know too much, bro.
I'm
Certain things you need to know, certain things you don't need to know. You ain't sent that thing yet.
saying what?
What you were supposed to send.
I didn't get no request, did I?
I don't know. I ain't
Oh,
gonna worry about it, bro. Because I got to get the rest. It don't make no sense to me buying a one-way, Fred,
uh-huh.
if I don't know how I'm gonna get back. So I got to see. I got to see what I can do. I get it for you over the weekend. I get it. But
Okay.
what I will say, them Knicks, listen, bro. Jalen Brunson, I got to give it to him.
He a bad boy.
I just don't think he got the squad to win it all, but he got the squad to get us there.
Man, listen. Man, listen.
We should have kept Randall. Randall would have been help. We should have kept Randall.
No, hell no.
Uh,
Nah, I'm glad we got rid of. I'm glad we got rid of um Randall for even though Carl Anthony Towns he's kind of feminine, but still he's better than
you think he
Julius
better than
Randle for
Randall?
us, huh?
But one thing about Carl Anthony Towns, you don't know when he's gonna show up, Fred.
Right.
But when he do show up, he show out. And like the boy that got 25 points the other night, I never thought he could get that much in one game. What was his name, Fred? Brunson did his thing tonight. He did his thing.
He was under
He,
control.
he got it done.
He was fun. It was fun. I thoroughly
But you
enjoyed
know
him.
what, Fred? But you know what? Hey, young man, why you ain't going through the through the Midtown Tunnel? Why you want to go 495? Suck a guy, man. That's why I hate these car service. They keep calling that Google crap. So Fred, Indiana on Tuesday in New York.
Oh,
We
it
got the
is.
best
It's Tuesday in New York.
dude
Okay, I'm
in New York.
excited.
Listen, we are number one seed in the Eastern Conference Final.
Now we
We're
are
number
because
one.
we got home field advantage.
Yeah, because Indiana, Indiana ain't gonna do it like they did last year. We got their number this year
Let's
because
hope.
we ain't hurt like we was last year. We was hurt.
We were
Then
hurt.
Brunson broke his hand, and we're gonna get it done now. We're gonna get it done.
Man, that was isn't it an awesome feeling, dog? Isn't it an awesome feeling?
Listen, Fred, you can't get down 33rd Street. They got 1,000 cops out there in front of the garden.
As they
I,
should.
I had to tell my Uber driver I'm meeting on 6th Avenue. I had to walk up to 6th Avenue
Oh, I know.
and
Did you
33rd Street. Fred, you can't get all the bars, all the restaurants, everything is packed.
that's a good thing.
Fred, one bar, it was so packed, they had 5 bartenders upstairs, downstairs, and the third floor. The Muslim joint I'll be at, he told me, he said, because of the game, he said, I ain't never made 15,000 one night.
Mm.
That was crazy, Fred. Fred, it's packed all the way up to 42nd Street. The bars are packed. They're partying in this town tonight.
Oh, they
I'm
are.
going
Oh, for
home.
sure.
Listen, uptown, they're partying. The Knicks, if they win it all, Fred, this town gonna explode.
It deserve it. 50 years, man.
52 years.
52. They
Two
deserve
years,
it.
it's 52 years since they won it, and 25 since they got there.
Man.
You gotta remember, Pat took us there in 90, 94, and 99. Big Pat took us there.
Well, not 99, but 90. Yeah.
Yeah, Pat took us in 99.
He wasn't with us in 99. He got traded. Remember? He was with
No,
Seattle.
Top was with us for San Antonio.
No, he was with us. Nah, he wasn't. I don't think
He was,
so.
he was with us against Elijah Wan, Hakeem, and he was with us against Tim Duncan. And then when the new regime came in, he left. When that new regime, when they got rid of Jeff, you got to remember, Pat Riley took his first. When we went last time, Coach Jeff Van Goody.
Right.
So it's a good feeling, Fred.
Oh man, it felt good.
Um,
I watched it with my son. It felt
my
good.
daughters called me hollering and screaming, them bum behind Knicks. I said, don't hate. Y'all gave Abib all that money and he couldn't get y'all there. We got there last year. I said, yeah, y'all got there last year and we knocked y'all off. My daughters know they wanted Boston to win so bad. They just don't like the Knicks.
I know. I get it.
They wanted Boston to win. They said, I said, listen, Tatum gone. If Tatum would have been there tonight, it wouldn't have helped.
It wouldn't have helped.
Brunson was
No,
on
no, no,
fire.
no, no. It was over. It was over. It was over.
See,
I didn't know you knew that much about basketball.
listen, bro. I knew them guys personal. Bill Bradley. I know Clyde. Every time I walk down by the garden, Clyde see me. Hey, old timer. And if Clyde be in the restaurant grabbing a sandwich or something before he go inside, he'll holler at me, man. Because normally it's a bar in that corner down there that I go in.
Uh huh.
It's a boxing bar.
Uh huh.
It's a boxing bar that I go in. That's where all the Irish managers in the city hang at. It's an Irish pub. And a lot of times, I guess their roast beef is good. I've seen Walter in there a couple of times get a roast beef sandwich. And Earl the Pearl's son being there all the time because he live in New York.
Who's
Earl the
that?
Pearl's
Who
son.
being there?
Earl the Pearl's son being there all the time.
Oh, that's great.
Earl the Pearl's son. Because you know all them guys from Philadelphia. Earl the Pearl, all them guys, he went to Winston-Salem State.
Yep.
So you know I know basketball. You don't think I know basketball, Fred?
I didn't
Come on,
know.
man.
I didn't know.
Fred, I had some players from my hometown who played overseas.
Okay.
And played, plus my nephew played for the Dallas Cowboys. Look him up. Junior. My nephew from Blackville, South Carolina. He played for the Packers and he played for the Cowboys. Joe Thomas Jr.
Okay.
I got
Going through that.
uh, uh, he played for he played for the school in North Carolina. Uh, not Winston-Salem State. What's the other all black school in North Carolina that's always in the black championship, Brad?
North Carolina A&T.
No, my son-in-law went A&T. It's another off-brand school, always in the black tournament or the black colleges, man.
Or CIAA. I don't know.
And 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 I got a nephew playing for South Carolina State right now.
Hmm.
This is Brad. I know more. Everybody think I only know boxing, Brad. I know all sports, baseball and all. In 1966, my Alta Mater High School won the South Carolina State Championship.
Hmm.
Yard Butler Yellow Jackets.
Hmm.
She said, you just don't know, bruh. You just don't know.
So
See, I tell people what I want them to know, not what I think they should know.
okay.
So I don't give them my history because they have ties, man. You know, I don't let people know where everything is at.
Mm-hmm.
But what I will say, Fred, Jim Dolan, if he'd have got us a big man, Fred, after Pat, we could have won it with Camilla. But he never would spend the money to get the big man. What's your opinion, Fred?
Man, the Knicks were strapped for cash. I remember it because they had to pay the forward and they had to pay Carmelo, so they were strapped for cash.
Because he didn't want to spend his own cash. Jim Dolan.
Yeah, what's the forward from Phoenix? Remember they got him too.
You know they gave Allen Houston all that money there to pay him.
Yep, Allen Houston, Sprewell, Marcus Camby. That was the team, 99, I think.
Pat was there too.
Okay. I don't think so, but
Listen, we wouldn't have got there with Marcus Camby. Pat got us there, man. Pat and Larry
Allen
Johnson.
Houston and Sprewell, remember? No, it was
And Larry
Allen Houston and
Johnson.
Sprewell. Allen Houston made the shot in game 5 against the Miami Heat.
But listen, we don't get to that point without Larry Johnson, that point play.
The 4-point play was big.
Larry Johnson got us there. He got us to San Antonio. I'm telling you, Pat was there on both chances. Pat was there. Pat got us there.
He was there. He was there. He
See,
was.
Fred,
Marcus
see,
Camby was the backup. I stand corrected.
see, Fred, you think I only know boxing. So you let your fans know I know it all. The streets, boxing, politics, Wall Street. I ain't tell you about my Wall Street dealing. I would never tell you that.
Uh-huh.
See, Fred, I knew Michael Milligan real well. See, certain things I don't tell you, Fred, but what I will tell you, Fred, the night you should have, I wouldn't have wanted your son, I would wanted your son with you, but I'd have wanted you on the Lower East Side where the squad is.
Uh-huh.
But Fred, that's the experience you should have flown in to give your son. You should have flown in to give him that. If you had to watch it from your cousin's house, that would have been an experience for you, for your son, to see his father's team make it to the Eastern Conference Final.
He gonna get us there.
No, Fred, for him seeing it and having that memory to tell his children,
Right. I
that's
get it.
what you need to give him. To tell his children.
Yeah.
He saw his father's team win the Eastern Conference. You need to bring him in here, man. You got your cousin uptown. You're going to Virginia.
Yeah.
And you can afford it. It ain't like you and your wife working at Walmart. You can afford to bring that young man in here and let him witness it. You got the connection. You can call around and get a couple of tickets and let him see one game.
Right.
You got the connections. That's an experience for my little nephew, man. Give him that experience. It ain't like you working at Walmart, you and your wife can't afford it. If you can afford to take him to Virginia in August, you can afford to bring him one game for the Knicks.
Right.
I'm just saying you ain't got to do it. I'm just saying I'm for your son. And he's a basketball player too.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, that would be great. And you know I ain't lying, that would be a great experience for him, wouldn't it, Fred?
Yes, it would.
Because you're taking him to Virginia in less than 90 days anyway.
Yeah.
So why not bring him in now? I'm
Yes.
just suggesting it. Because you got 90 days. When you go to Virginia, August what, Fred?
Oh gosh. The first week of August, I believe.
I might come down here to meet you
Okay.
and hang out with you, man. You my guy for real, Fred. You're a funny guy. Because my children love you. They say, oh man, you can't push Fred around and talk that number 12 talk. Fred don't care about number 12. All Fred care about is truth. Boy, my son told me tonight, he said you can't. They call you Uncle Fred now. Especially my grandson, he on the 15. He said, Pops, you can't push Uncle Fred around like you did. He said, Davis didn't pay you no attention. He said, well, you used to walk over. He said, you just tell AG and all this setback, all them other clowns, anything. But Fred hold you to accountable.
Mm-hmm.
I said, Fred don't know what he's talking about. He said, no, Papa, this guy hold you accountable for.
Mm-hmm.
He said, because he doing what you taught us, stand on truth. And sometimes you be wayward, but my grandson, he know what I'm a wayward, man. He said, no, he tell his sister, the old man waving now.
Yeah. Yeah, because your grandkids gonna be sharing these videos when they in 3rd grade using they on their computer. You want to hear my grandfather? My great grandfather?
Yeah, you get the grandchildren now.
Yeah.
But my granddaughter, Fred, she loved you better than she said Xavier was all right, but Xavier didn't know how to bring it out of me like you do.
Mm-hmm.
Xavier's never would. She said, is that Xavier was scared of me or not? Is that Xavier don't really know the history like you know history.
Right.
She put it that way. She didn't badmouth for Xavier. She said that me and Xavier was good when it come to boxing, when it come to politics and everything, the moving shakers, and Xavier couldn't handle me when it come to that.
Mm-hmm.
And she said certain things that Xavier could handle and certain things, but by you being a college grad and knowing, see,
Thank you.
you had more intensity, my granddaughter said, than Xavier. Xavier was good at what he did, but she noticed I ran circles around him and Jason. But he said, you can't handle Fred. Fred gets on you. I said, Fred is crazy. But Fred, we're a good team though, man. But you got to start working on that other stuff for me, Fred. Have you put in the fields out there, Fred, for me?
Ah.
On the speaking engagement, have you threw it out there?
Waiting for dinner. Let's get here. Look what I saw.
Ah. Hold on, that's my daughter.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
About it. It's a baby.
I'm on the phone. Say hi. She's watching these funny videos on the internet.
Oh yeah, you go there. They like the funny videos, man. My great grands like them.
Carl.
But, you know what I'm saying, man, you know.
Did you go to the game or did you watch it somewhere?
No, Fred, I, I just gave her. I just gave this girl the ticket, man. You know, it was way up in the balcony. Fred, my eyes ain't that good. But I think the guy I called the guy. I said, "Listen, I'm gonna give it to this young lady. She's not gonna go." She said her son got good grades, so she stayed. She went in the restaurant, called the street from the garden, and she let her 17-year-old son away. I was
Oh.
glad to give her son. She let her son away. She said, "I said I don't have two, but I said, how's your son grade?" She put up a report card. I said, "Can I give it to him?" She said, "Yes." He said, "Mom, you can go and I'll go home." He said, "No, you go. Your grade was good. This gentleman was kind enough to give you." Then he kind of found when her girlfriend walked up. He said, "I know him from the videos. My boyfriend be watching him." She said, "Ain't your name Mr. Muhammad?" I said, "Yeah." He be watching you and some guy named Fred, and you and some Spanish guy around the corner named AG. I said, "Yeah." So Fred, you never know who be watching. You never know who knows you and you don't know them. You never know.
I agree.
So I didn't even know. She don't look like. She said, "I watched you a couple times with my boyfriend." She said, "You're a funny guy." She said, "People call you old snow too, that you punch drunk." But she said, my boyfriend, who's older than no boxing, said, "You be telling the truth."
Yep.
And she said, "So where your boyfriend from?" She said, "He ain't from Philly. He's from Norristown, Pennsylvania, and he knows some of them old stories you and Mr. Fred and the AG be talking about, because he's from that area."
Mm.
He said he's from Norristown, and I know Norristown. Norristown about 16 miles from Philly.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it was. I think Norristown was 12F. I think it was 12F.
Mm.
Yeah, I think Norristown was 12F, Fred. If my mind served me right, don't quote me on that. I thought it was 12F. I'm not sure,
Oh, the exit?
but yeah, I know Chester and Norristown came up under Philadelphia under number 12, but I don't know. I don't know them sister ministers that was out there. I knew some of the lieutenants, but I didn't know the minister or the captain that Minister Jeremiah had out there. I didn't know them brothers.
Mm.
But what I do know, Fred, that them Knicks, we got a chance to go all the way.
Mm-hmm.
But
Big
Fred, who you
chance.
want from the West? Who you want from in the West? Who you think? Who you think
I think
we match
Minnesota.
up?
I think Minnesota's feeling it right now.
Fred, I don't know if we can beat Minnesota, but I believe we can beat the Joker. I believe we can beat the Joker in Denver Nuggets. What you think, Fred?
Yeah, but I mean, Sunday, 12 o'clock or 3 o'clock for you. It's on and popping, game 7.
Yeah. So today is game 7, Fred, for the Joker.
Sunday.
Sunday again. Oh, that's right. That's right. In a few minutes, it's gonna be Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, listen, man. I'm going I'm almost to my house, man.
You
You know,
excited, huh? You feeling
huh?
good. You feeling good tonight.
Yeah, man. Them next baby. Jalen Brunson got it done.
Jalen
One more
Brunson is
test,
Jalen
huh?
Brunson is I love his disposition. I love the relationship between him and his father. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Hey, Fred, all of them was there tonight. John Stockton, all of them was there tonight.
They always there.
I
Jumping
didn't
up.
get to, I didn't get to see Oakley.
I
I don't know if I don't know if he came in or not.
don't
I
know.
didn't see Oakley.
Is he back?
I don't know. Cause I ain't getting no calls. See, when all the old timers come up in Philly, or the old ball players, see, I don't know if Charles came up or not. I don't know if Charles Barkley was there or not. Cause he probably covered on TNT.
Oh, I thought it's my Charles Oakley. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You know, I know Oak, the Oak man, but I know Barkley better.
Mm,
See, you got to remember, I knew Doc and all them guys, man, because when them guys was in their prime, the streets was ours in Philadelphia. You got to remember that.
I get it.
The streets was ours, brother. Do you understand that, Mr. Fred?
So y'all did security for everybody, huh?
Everybody, Fred. Man. This is my building. I'm at my building, brother. When I get up tomorrow, I don't know what time I'm going to get up, Fred. But what I'm going to do, my brother, I'm going to make sure I call you between tomorrow and Sunday, and we'll get that stuff together, man. I don't think I want to go home tomorrow because I'm a rest, man.
Okay.
And because probably Monday, Fred, I'm going to wait because she's going to get some more tests, and then they're going to start the treatment. Then the doctors is saying, Fred, if they take one of them off, Fred, it'll be better. So she's going to talk over with her mom and my brother and her people.